Welcome to map 2 between miou and TitaN. Once again, some color switching has taken place. TitaN, the player spawning in the left hand side, in the left hand spawn position on Lost Temple, is down with 0-1 and is one map away from being eliminated from the tournament. Altar first for him, and miou in blue in the right hand side spawn position with Altar first, barracks, etc. One map away from advancing into the playoffs, one map away from ending up on rank 2 of Group D. But of course he's gonna have to win first. Altar first for him as well. Of course it is Lost Temple, so there's no Terran whatsoever, so anything but an Altar first would be largely surprising. And look at the number of wisps that is already queued here for TitaN. That kind of tells us that we're gonna see a Huntress build order by him, which makes sense of course on Lost Temple, given that it's such a large map and the mobility advantage that the Hunts have compared to the Archers is usually something you really want to benefit from. The only downside would be that it's pretty fragile to a tier 1 tower push. A quick tier 1 tower push before all of the buildings are established for the Night Elf. But given that it's cross position, that is definitely not going to be happening. And even if it wasn't, like, the rush distance is still not as short for the human. So usually, something like that isn't being punished. But we'll find out, especially in this case, it's definitely not going to be punished with an early push. Hunter Soul and Ancient of War are coming for TitaN. Second Moonbell is coming. We'll see if it's going to be mass hunts or just out of one Ancient of War. In the meantime, miou is going to take his quick expansion here, or he's at least going to creep his natural, but I'm assuming he's going to go for the fast expansion. Would be surprised if anything else was the case here. Scout Pian has been taken down, so miou doesn't know about the strategic approach of TitaN here, and TitaN doesn't have the lumber at the moment to get another Ancient of War. Okay, it's up here, so we're gonna see dual Ancient of War. Again, we're gonna see a lot of pressure coming out of those Huntresses and the Demon Hunter, who's now heading across the map. In the meantime, miou getting the level 2, as usual, from the first camp. And we do see that TitaN is going for Immolation creeping here. Immolation first for him. So the reason players did that on Lost Temple is of course that with the Immolation you can take down this stuff a lot more quickly, and usually Immolation creeping is very inefficient because your Moonbells replenishing mana costs 4 times as much as replenishing HP, but you don't need the Moonbells in this case to replenish the HP because of the heal fountain. So right, that's the approach here by TitaN. He's gonna get 2 decent items early on, the first one being a Ring of Protection, so not that decent, and gonna get the level 2 as well, more or less for free. With this Immolation harassment, he's getting a circlet, and he's probably gonna sit at the fountain just for a second. Still tier 1 for him, still producing Huntresses. The first one of them is out already, and yeah, the Demon Hunter is healing up. miou is building the expansion, which has finished just now, and is of course going to provide miou with an economical advantage. miou on the other side of the map wants to go ahead and cancel the counter expansion, but it isn't there. Oops. It isn't there, and therefore I'm assuming he's just gonna go for the main base immediately and trying to do some damage here. Whereas TitaN with the Demon Hunter, with the Immolation, potentially could try and do some damage against miou's economy. At the same time, the Hunts at the bottom are trying to take down the Arcane Tower, but that's not happening. The AM, together with the Footman, is going to get 2 Wisps down here already, which are both not being detonated, which is not good for TitaN. But then again, since he's not taking his doesn't need to rely on lumber at the moment that much. Then again, alright, I was just about to say, then again, he did go for a big all-in on the first map. And he might do just the same thing on the second map as well. And of course, having additional wisps to repair, having additional wisps to maybe build another 1 or 2 ancient protectors. Certainly helpful for him. And he's even going to town port here in order to hold his entangled gold mine, because the damage output of miou here is quite crazy. The wisps just sitting there on the top of the map, so maybe he just wanted to get them to a safe haven against the harassing human here. So this town port is of course going to win a lot of time for miou. Repair needs to come in by the Night Elf player, and is miou gonna get the entangled gold mine here? One footman has already fallen in return, the second one is gonna fall in a second as well, and it looks like the damage output is not going to be enough for miou. He's actually keeping the footman alive for now, but very important by TitaN here to hold the expansion. In the meantime, 3 hunts still on the other side of the map have forced a lot of militia to come down here for miou apparently, and some of the duration has already ran out. TitaN is doing a good job here, doing hit and run with those hunts in the meantime, with the rest of his army chasing miou out of his main base, and now the wisps are approaching the right hand side of the map, and yeah, we're gonna see a big push again, I'm pretty sure of that. This time miou has not been able to set up enough towers at both his main and his expansion. This time he also is not tier 2 yet, he's still tier 1, he's taking plenty of damage by the harassment of TitaN, who's properly hiding the hunts right now. One of the very low HP ones is probably gonna head to the fountain in just a second, as soon as TitaN realizes that he slightly misclicked, which is just now. And again, the ancient protectors are coming. 1, yeah, 2, 3. One of them is being produced here and surround on miou's AM immediately, and he should town port here without taking any unnecessary damage, because of course that's going to make things even harder for him later on. Footman and militia are coming in. First ancient protector is being cancelled here, but he's got so many hunts in this battle, together with the demon hunter with the level 2 immolation, that the footmen and militia are taking so much damage in, you know, return to cancelling these ancient protectors. The demon hunter approaching level 4 already, AM slightly over level 3. Demon hunter should be taken care though. Has taken a lot of damage as well. In the meantime, not too many wisps remaining for TitaN, so it looks like he was a little bit sloppy with cancelling the ancient protectors. But miou is still tier 1. miou is still struggling to get his main base properly secured, and he's taken so much damage here. The hunt is not microed properly. The demon hunter just sitting here very close to the fountain, positioning all of the low HP units basically at the corners of the heal fountain's range. miou also doesn't have a shop, so the moment is pretty hard for him to heal up all of his low HP stuff, but he's doing a super power build on his shop in the at the bottom of his main base, at his expansion. And now TitaN is finally taking the creep camp here. He's gonna get 2 very great items, which are going to help him keep the pressure up, apparently, as he doesn't tech, as he doesn't build an expansion or anything. So we're gonna see some more aggression, I'm pretty sure of that, and it's pretty sure going to be against the main base of miou, as at the expansion there are already 3 towers up. And Anger of Reincarnation for the demon hunter, and second item, let's see what he's gonna get. Potion of Greater Healing, that is so awesome. So with the immolation, he can just stand inside of all of the tiny, not very tanky human units, and he can just use the potion, and even if he goes down eventually, he can just respawn with the Anger of Reincarnation. So this is super great. This demon hunter is going to be able to do so much damage. miou still has his base open, and all of the huntresses and the demon hunter are marching in there. Immolation is being used here. Both of the towers are not going to come up. One of them is going to be cancelled. The second one didn't even finish yet. Town portal is coming in by miou. Demon hunter is sitting there right in front. Scroll of Protection used by miou, who's doing some damage to the demon hunter. Immolation is doing some damage to the footman as well, though. 2 of them are falling, the third one falling here on the right hand side as well. Level 5 on the demon hunter. AM has reached level 4 in the meantime after creeping the shop on top of his base. And the entire economy of miou, at least in his main base, has gone down, as well as the majority of his footmen. 25 supply for him against 39 for TitaN. A couple of hunts are falling to the water metals as well, and the Huntress is blocking the entrance here, so the IEM cannot get out. As far as I can tell, this IEM might be screwed, but he's killing the the Huntress very quickly and making sure with the water metal to you know, make the space for his IEM to escape, and he's going to get to his expansion here. In the meantime, tier 2 is about to finish, but nothing is left inside of miou's main base. miou is heading to his towers here. Oh boy, and I think this spot is closed. He's trying to get to the shop. I think tier 2 is finished. He's getting the potion, but he's not able to use it in time. And level 6 for TitaN's Demon Hunter after only 10 minutes of play time. In the meantime, all of the Huntresses are super low. He should really emphasize on taking down this water metal here, because 2 hunts have already fallen to it. A third one is probably going to fall as well. But then again, miou doesn't get any XP out of this, and if he loses the altar here, then this isn't gonna make things any better for him, because of course there's no tavern, there's nothing to quickly revive the IEM, so maybe he should, yeah, he's already rebuilding the altar in the bottom of his main base at his expansion, because up here the IEM is not going to respawn. 2 more hunts are joining the fray for TitaN, and he's going to take down building after building of miou's main base. In the meantime, counter expansion is coming, tier 2 is coming. TitaN is looking super strong here in this game. I mean, even if miou somehow holds this off, how is he supposed to deal with the level 6 Demon Hunter in the long run? Double Arcane Sanctum is coming for him. He also doesn't have the resources to get blacksmith this time, let alone a workshop for mortar teams. So the town hall is gonna fall eventually. The Demon Hunter is going to march in here. I think he can just easily crush this actually with the metamorphosis. He's got, what, 4 hunts here? 4? Didn't he have 5? I thought he had 5.
Have engaged the enemy.
Okay, and 2 more, and he's got the counter expansion, and yeah, with the metamorphosis he can just go for the towers, and with a splash even take down the repairing peasants. Look at how much damage they're taking here by the Demon Hunter's splash attack. There's no way in hell he can hold these towers. There's no way in hell he's got the damage output to deal with this Demon Hunter at the moment. And yeah, he calls good game. miou this time not able to deal with the tier 1 pressure of TitaN, and this ties the series. Kinda like on map 1, miou tried to do the damage that was necessary to you know, get himself into a good position against this mass hunts play, but this time TitaN dealt a lot better with it, having like, what was it, 3 or 4 hunts town portaling together with the Demon Hunter, chasing away miou, who of course was banking on getting that entangled gold mine down, which didn't happen. In the meantime, he did some more harassment at miou's side of the map, which I sadly didn't really pick up on during the harassment inside of the Night Elf's main base. miou didn't even start his tier 2 tag when TitaN was approaching his base for the big push, and he was able to do so much damage against all of the militia and the footmen. And so even when he was driven away, he just took the time to creep the fountain in the middle, heal everything back up to full HP. miou, of course, having his base not closed, which was just not a thing apparently back at the time this game was played, really suffered from the great heal potion on the DH. I think the Ankh was never even used. So yeah, after getting the entire economy in the main base killed, the game was looking more or less over. I mean, even if the IEM had survived there, things were still looking horrible for miou. So the series is tied again, and these players are going the full distance, and the last map is going to be Echo Isles.